to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms and getting out of this, mental sleep, which many call mental slavery or mental prison, and really starting to think and order your life for yourself instead of mimicking what the Babylon system is trying to tell you to do. But those are definitely stories for other days. Special shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon. I appreciate, love you so much. Go ahead and consider joining for as little as $2 a month. And if you have any special stories you'd like us to cover or topics, you can email me, drmumbi at drmumbishow.com. I did a story, a couple of weeks ago, talking about how what we eat is what is actually, you are what you eat. And what we eat is actually one of the major stumbling blocks on us coming back into ourselves, coming back into our power, and, and even having the mental acumen to kind of get out of, the Babylon traps that they've set as the system falls, because they want as many people to fall with them. And one of the sentiments that we seem to have is that, being vegetarian or being vegan, is a Mzungu it's a new age Mzungu concept. Someone even went as far as saying Masai eat so much meat, and I was like, do you even know? I mean, stop judging African communities, nations, based on the tribal knowledge you see on National Geographic and all that. That's not our lives. And by the way, the Maasai, actually, their relationship with cows, they don't eat cows. They don't eat meat like that, like you think. Their relationship with cows is more like the Indian, the relationship that Indians have with cows in India. And I'm not going to get too deep into that, but we really need to start evaluating these things, because the majority of our ancestors did not eat meat. So where did people get this information from? Really, you have to start going deeper, beloveds. These are the things that will trip you up. Just going and then you trip other people up, because we're all in this group consciousness. So someone can read your ignorant comment and become ignorant out of it. Anyway, let me not rant on too much about that, because you see, what I just wanted to make this follow-up video to say, going vegetarian, going vegan, stopping to eat flesh, however you want to put it, is the first step. That's the first step in getting out of. The ultimate step is growing and eating your own food, at least 80 to 90% of your own food. Because the reason the Babylon system right now is pushing vegetarian and veganism is because we're entering, their season of nanotechnology, where they can literally, with the Rona and things like that, they're literally going to be putting this nanotechnology in people. And then, it's like you literally have a kill switch. You can be made to feel happy, you can be made to feel sad, etc., etc. And how they're planning on getting these nanoparticles into the system is through, it's much easier to get nanos into your system through vegetarian food than through, meats. And if you even look at what Bill Gates and other people are saying, they're actually talking about synthetic meat, that people now should get used to eating meat grown in a lab, etc., etc., that should even make you run more. If that's not already happening. I've been seeing all these ads about, chicken grown in a lab, how it tastes with, the McDonald's and stuff. I mean, if those things are still in your psyche, there's an issue. And so if you are in any way, shape or form eating the Babylon food, whether it's meat, whether it's vegetarian, whether it's vegan, you have a problem. And here in Africa, the problem is that GMO food has been quietly penetrating our societies. Like, I've moved and I wanted to grow corn on my farm. And I went and it's literally GMO corn, beloveds. It doesn't grow back. And the thing is, our people are not thinking, how can you eat something that doesn't have life in it? Because you are what you eat. So if you eat dead things, Even GMO vegetables which can't reproduce themselves, their reproductive system has been totally shut down so that you keep buying every season. How is that affecting your system? That's why, beloveds, we have to get back to growing and eating our own food, preserving seeds. And even if it's, okay, so the GMO maize, that one I've totally left, but it's all about, even if you, even if you get avocados and mangoes and chili peppers, taking those seeds and then growing them. And in a few seasons, you will actually get them to being organic. So the ultimate goal is to grow your own food. The ultimate goal is for people to come together and start community gardens. Because I've noticed, like, here when I go to the market, it's literally, Mzungu diet, cabbage, potatoes, etc., etc. But when you want the eggplants and the cauliflower and the, squash, etc., etc., there's not that diversity. And I really feel like food is the next weapon, beloveds. It's already a weapon, but food is going to be weaponized even more with everything that's going on. And people are going to find themselves like, you literally can't even go to a supermarket if you don't have a job. That's the world we're going into. So the first thing you need to do, if you want to be high vibrational, and you know what? Everyone now has to make choices for themselves. Everyone has to do the adulting. So if you find it cool to eat meat, do you. Like, go ahead and continue doing that. No one is stopping you. But if you are wanting to go higher spiritually, because you cannot go high spiritually with carcasses in your stomach. You just can't. Let me not lie to you. You literally can't. And so if you want to go high spiritually, if you want to be, you have to travel lighter, beloveds. And in order to be lighter, like, there's so much clarity, and I saw a lot of comments talking about that. There's so much clarity that comes, and less anxiety, less worry that comes when you stop eating animals that you don't know if they've been tortured or not, or how they were even reared. So the thing is, don't allow anyone to lie to you and tell you that our ancestors ate a whole bunch of meat, because they didn't. Meat was a sacrifice, people. And if you know what people do to meat, beloveds, how people can put spirits in meat, even your spirit in meat, and then you're there eating a steak, but you don't know that spiritually you're eating yourself. I mean, these are now the highest levels. But some people ain't ready. And we're not here to convince everyone, but we know that there is a remnant, that we are in this together. And so this message is definitely for you. We didn't come for everybody, but we sure did come for somebody. Until next time, tuko pamoja.